Hi everyone. It's Haesun. Hey, it's been a while, and I thought I would like to send you this special message of gratitude, as many of you have been asking, emailing, and phoning, and texting, and so on. And as many of you might already know, my dad passed away on April 26th, and it's been about what 6 weeks, and it's been a blur. And I also know that some of you are also going through it right now. And whether you're caring for your own illness or attending to somebody else's needs, and the time that we are in right now makes these experiences quite memorable. Mm. I mean, for us, the funeral was restricted to only 10 people gathering and just our family and pallbearers. And we were sitting there with our face masks on, right? So, I mean, we couldn't even stay for the whole burial part because we had to give that physical distance to the workers. So definitely it's very different and quite unexpected in the way that we're experiencing it. It's been 6 weeks already, and finally, this week, for the first time, I feel like I can take the time to think about work, think about things to do, and to pick up some things to do. And also in the middle of it, I realized that I'm learning a few things. I have learned a few things about how to do life through his death. Um, First, I'm learning to receive. We got so much love, even through the COVID restrictions and many of your messages, cards, food, like flowers, and so many other gestures of care were truly humbling. And I'm learning to receive. And I realized that I've definitely lived with that sense of somewhat overabundance. And somehow I have forgotten to be in need or to depend on another for anything. And I always thought abundance and independence, like those were good things. But I'm learning how beautiful it is to have people to depend on for comfort, conversations, and even groceries. So I'm learning to receive. And also I'm learning to grieve. For the past 15 months since his diagnosis, I've been occupied with occupying my dad's mind, churning out entertainment like the Arabian Nights, and occupying his mind with things to do and things to think about other than his disease, dis-ease, I guess, huh? And the logistics of dying and death is what kept me occupied. And the other day, I caught myself thinking, how do I grieve well? I mean, isn't that so absurd? I mean, my mind must have been on that performance mode for such a long time that I was even taking this grieving, which is so utterly private and unbearably public. And I'm even taking this process as something to do or do well. And it seems to take much more time than I planned to give it. So I am taking the time. So I'm learning to grieve. And last thing is that I'm learning to relieve what is not giving me life. I'm relieving any sense of guilt and regret and caregiving. And there are some persisting narratives that I am trying to shoo away every day. And I am sure some of you can actually relate to that kind of persisting narrative. But you know what seems to help is not replacing those narratives with some other narratives, but gently reminding myself to make room for some other possible narratives, such as, well, I've done my best I could at the time, and leave it at that. Or thinking that the wholeness of this experience is not the absence of sadness, but the fullness of our presence. And thank you for being part of this experience by being present, just by listening in to my message to you, and also being there virtually, also in person, because I mean, I felt like there's nothing I can do in return, but then there's I shouldn't be thinking about that. And you knowing me, approaching me, and reaching out to just check in and how's it going? Is there anything I can do? And many of you actually have done that already. And please know that it's really, really appreciated. And I just wanted to take this time to send you that gratitude, just heartfelt gratitude from our family, that it means so much to us. So thank you so much. And as we're going through this time together, as you are going through what you are going through right now, I just hope that we continue to remember to have better dialogue. And one thing I can tell you that I am so proud of is learning the solution focused approach to dialogue so that I could have those conversations with my father, that I could have the conversations with my family. And also we are having those conversations every single day in my household, because that's what sustains us. So I hope that you continue to really think about what are some ways that we can have better dialogue in our ordinary being human. Anyway, thank you so much again. And hopefully I get to see you more often, probably online for a little bit, and then hopefully one day in person.